So now we're gonna be able to get that on with it on the pallet. Wow. Oh, yeah, it's hitting the pallet, just barely not. Dang it. The engine is now on 1 jack and 3 jack stands. So it wobbles a tiny bit, but we'll be all right. I'm sweating to death. Okay, and flex plate going on. Trying not to damage the teeth, but also trying to do it one-handed. I finished the torquing procedure sequence on the flex plate, so it was 40 pounds and then 60 degrees. Use this to kind of hold it in. Everything looks really good in there, really healthy. Got this valve cover on, it's not bolted down. We don't know the sequence right now. We're gonna have to look that up and figure out, see if we can find out the sequence. If we can't, we may have to do the sequence when it's in the truck, which would be kind of annoying, but whatever. If we can't find the sequence, we'll just kind of get it tightened a little bit. Tightened. Like the Titan.
That's good.
Thank you. So Nate's doing the pattern right now. I say pattern, it's not really pattern. Just make sure it's in there everywhere, really good. It really is just lining the gasket in there, really simple. So, got the torque converter in place, but it's not fully bolted in. We have 1 bolt on there, or we have technically 2, but this one needs to be torqued. Using red Loctite, and we're torquing it to 37 pounds because I could not find any torque, can't talk.
Use a bolt and get a new one.
Yep, I could not find any torque specs anywhere, so I'm just using what most Cummins engines use, and it's all very similar, so that's what we're doing. They're holding it up in place, and I've just been kind of torquing it. Valve cover gaskets on. We need to figure out the sequence for those. Torque converter on, which I thought was going to be much more of an ordeal than that was.
Riding off into the sunset.
So technically tonight we could get the transmission on, but it's going to be kind of difficult. So what we would do is we would move that crate you're sitting on over there. And then we would use the crane, pick the transmission up with the crane, put it on, put jack stands under there to hold the transmission up once it's bolted in.
You just pick up the transmission arms and slide it on.
You're welcome to try.
Dude, that thing probably weighs like 800 million pounds. I ain't picking that thing up.
Go ahead.
No,
just try it from the bell housing.
He almost hurt his back, I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all back, dude. It was, Toyota. Turn around. Like, right, you're right, it's filming. It's filming right now. You're just right there.
We need more brake clean to really get this clean.
I finished first because I never.
Just want to give you all a close look. We're putting in the bolts right now. Then we're going to match up the torque converter bolts. If that made sense, that didn't make sense what I just said. Thank you, Nate. So you guys see how these have yellow on the top and their head is like this? We couldn't figure out why they weren't threading in for the longest time, and then we remembered or realized that we were using transfer case bolts on it, and they didn't have yellow on them. And so then whenever we switched, they were threading very, very, very easy. So we have the transmission on. I'm not gonna install it at night because you guys see, like, it's very hard to see all the details inside there. Tomorrow we'll try to get it in, but tonight it's just gonna sit here like this. Not very stable, but kind of stable. Is this setup of jack stands and chains a little sketchy? Yeah, but it stayed like this all night, so that's pretty good. So the plan is to detach the crane from here and really, really, really quickly run over to this chain and hook this chain, and then take these chains and hook them into the engine just to have a little extra support. Then, crane it in. That chain is rated for 2,900 pounds. That's why I'm not that worried about it. I thought I was filming when I pulled it from there. I wasn't. Sorry about that. It is way too hot. Like, it's really hot. I grew up here in Florida. Actually, I grew up literally here at this house, but I'm still not used to it. I'll never be used to it. Like, when you have to do like manual labor stuff. What does this have to do with the engine? Never mind. I need a shop with AC in Iceland. So another view that you've probably never seen on a Titan is this off up there. I needed the room, get the engine there. There may not even be enough room. Kind of having some issues with that. Had a little lunch break, changed my shirt because it was covered in sweat. It needs to go back a lot farther, the engine and transmission do. It also needs to go up. It's hitting right there, and I need to go back really far, so that needs to come out. It's honestly just a few bolts, not that bad. That is a Nissan window wiper motor. And that is also a Nissan window wiper motor. I have two now. Well, I guess I've always had two, but you know what I meant. So I haven't been filming because it's really just been all adjusting height and adjusting like where the engine is and stuff. But you can see the engine mounts are lining up pretty close on that side. Not on this side yet, but we're getting really close. So hopefully soon we can throw a bolt in there. If we can, then we can... Man, I'm getting tired. I've been working on it for like, I don't know, all day. Quick disclaimer though, if and when this engine blows, maybe it won't blow, but it might. I'm 95% sure I won't be putting another 5.0 back in this. I'll swap it at that point. It has been an ordeal. We actually have all 4 bolts on this side, which that one took 3.5 hours to do. This one took 3.5 minutes. So then the starter is also plugged in and all bolted in too. Well, the wire like bolts in. And so that's all kind of done, but it's loose for now because we're adjusting the transmission. So we have the transmission bracket ready and the transfer case ready. So here's the transmission up here being held by the jack. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and bolt it in. Now to get the transfer case off originally, I had to drop it down to be able to reach the bolts, but we have multiple people here. I think that we're gonna try and do it this way where we just bolt in the transmission. We got the bracket on, and then we realized the drive shaft is under it. So the bracket's gonna come off. Transmission is in, which means we can bolt the engine in now.
You should keep that in the vlog.
Okay. It is safe to say that the engine is now in. There it is.
The suspension lowered and I was like, oh.
Oh, did it? That's funny. What a heck of a process. Think about the process of whenever I started working on pulling it out. Like when I first removed the grill.
Dude.
All the way to here. Wow. Well, it's in. Transmission's in. Engine's in. Wow. I need to get this chain off. That'll be interesting to do, but I'll do that later. Whew. I'm exhausted. Thank God there's finally an engine in there. That looks so cool.
Your mom's up.